President Biden today outlined what he's calling a streamlined process to bring Ukrainian refugees to the U.S. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Part of that process means starting on Monday, Ukrainians who arrive at our southern border seeking asylum will no longer automatically be admitted to the United States. Thousands of Ukrainians have flown to Mexico and traveled to the United States through the border seeking asylum. And they've been exempt from Title 42, which turns away asylum seekers as a health precaution. But starting Monday, they'll be directed to take part in a new program which seeks to link them with sponsors before they enter the United States. Fox 4 Stephen Dial live in downtown Dallas with the story. Stephen.
Steve, refugee advocates tell me that refugees try to enter the United States via Mexico from all around the world, and President Biden's new streamlined plan for Ukrainians will have a big change. Like you mentioned, starting Monday, Ukrainians will not be able to enter the U.S. via Mexico. About 15,000 Ukrainian refugees have made their way to the United States since Russian troops invaded Ukraine in February. Most came through the U.S. border with Mexico. Thursday, President Biden announced Uniting for Ukraine, a plan to expedite the refugee process. The goal is to admit 100,000 people, but with the new plan starting Monday, Ukrainians will not be allowed from Mexico. Natalie Nanasi is an associate law professor at SMU.
After the war started in Ukraine, they briefly implemented a waiver that would have allowed Ukrainians and only Ukrainians an exemption from this Title 42 and let them come into the United States. But what they're saying is once this official program starts on Monday, they're not going to allow Ukrainians to come in through the southern border the same way.
To qualify, applicants have to have a sponsor, which could be a family member or organization.
I worry a little bit that the program is maybe not as generous as it seems on its face because, again, somebody needs a financial sponsor, and it may be hard to connect people in need to the people who have the capacity to provide that sponsorship.
Irina Petrus and her daughter Polina left her husband in Ukraine, traveling to 3 countries before landing in Mexico City. This is video of the two walking across the bridge into Texas from Mexico recently. Petrus's goal is to come to Dallas.
Dallas has a lot of Ukrainian community, lots of churches, and it's a big immigration group of Ukrainians there.
Catholic Charities Dallas tells us that they have only encountered a handful of Ukrainian families who came from Mexico under the exemption to the Title 42, which is a Trump-era policy that allows the U.S. to turn away asylum seekers from places like Central America and Mexico because of the pandemic. And there's heated debate over the Biden administration ending it next month. Yari Mema, the Chief Services Officer for the Catholic Charities, is preparing for the new plan to resettle refugees from Ukraine.
We've had a lot of community support so far. So basically, currently, we're just making a list, or I've started making a list of all those who are interested in helping for when they do arrive. It's a matter of when. The U.S. has agreed to take upwards of 100,000 refugees from Ukraine.
Mema says we eventually will see refugees arrive in cities like Dallas, and they're hiring more staff and lining up host families.
So there will be all kinds of needs that the funding that comes from the government through a settlement program will not provide for everything.
Some advocates have criticized the Biden administration, saying the United States should allow more than 100,000 Ukrainian refugees. Again, Catholic Charities Dallas telling us there's no timeline just yet as to when we'll start seeing refugees and host families here in the Metroplex.